Now today's is the lecture number 11, open circuit and short circuit test on transformer. Open circuit and short circuit test on transformer. This test can be performed on two winding transformer as well as means it is a single phase transformer as well as a three phase transformer, because whatever the calculation on the three phase transformer is always on the single phases basis. What is the objective to conduct the open circuit and short circuit test? It is from the open circuit and short circuit test, it is easy to find out the parameter of equivalent circuit of transformer. Second is the voltage regulation can be calculated, efficiency and losses can be calculated. In case of a small capacity of transformer, say it is a 2 kVA, 5 kVA, it may be a 10 kVA, transformer can be tested by the load on load condition. Say for example, this is the single phase transformer is a 5 kVA. In the secondary side, voltmeter, ammeter, maybe a watt meter can be connected to the secondary of transformer as well as primary of transformer. Here the output of transformer is say W2 is the output power measured across the transformer secondary voltage of the secondary side of the transformer. Similarly, in the primary side, here ammeter can be connected. Again, there is a watt meter. So with the help of these instruments, the input power W1 and output power W2, the ratio of W2 divided by W1 is the efficiency of transformer. So under such condition, the transformer can be tested or can be found. We can found, say the voltage is V2 here and EMF induced, say it's E2 under no load condition, say it is a 400 volt. And so we can calculate the 400 minus V2, whatever the V2 value divided by V2 into 100 is the voltage regulation of transformer. So voltage regulation efficiency can be calculated by direct load on the transformer, but it is applicable only for say maximum 0 to 10 kVA transformer, because load is available. If more than that capacity, say it is a 25 kVA transformer, it may be 100 kVA or 500 kVA or whatever the higher value of the transformer capacity is there, we cannot test transformer on load condition. So there is some other method, it is called as an indirect method. And indirect method, that is an open circuit and short circuit, from the data of full load short circuit copper losses and full load no load iron losses, efficiency and regulation can be calculated at any desired value. It may be a say 10% load, it may be a say 75% load, it may be a 110% overloading capacity, or 10% overload capacity can be calculated. So open circuit and short circuit is the indirect method of testing transformer where the capacity of transformer is very high, which cannot be tested in the lab. Load is not available, power requirement is more. Again, the ammeter range, voltmeter range, again you have to use some CT, PT measurement of current measurement to step down the current value, step down the voltage. This is some difficult. But there are some advantage in the direct load test. One is that at actual value we can find, means actual voltage regulation, real voltage regulation, real efficiency is going to calculate it. Second, the temperature rise, that is very important for any machine. The temperature rise is going to account, because under open circuit and short circuit, transformer is not actually loaded. Therefore, the temperature rise cannot be accounted in the indirect method of testing. So these are the some advantage of indirect method of testing, but the direct method can be used only for the small capacity, whereas indirect method, that is the open circuit and short circuit test on the transformer, can be used for the higher capacity as well as say lower capacity of the transformer. And second, the parameter, equivalent parameter is very important while designing the transformer. It is going to test only by the open circuit and short circuit test. So first we will take the open circuit test. First part is the open circuit. Open circuit test. It is an OC test in short. Open circuit test, the transformer open circuit means the secondary of the transformer is open circuited and the voltage is applied as a rated voltage. So here the rated voltage we are going to apply. Say this is the double pole switch. It is we are using some auto transformer where we can change the voltage or vary the voltage as per the requirement, or to do the, say this is the starting position, means the starting voltage is small. It is connected with the ammeter, AC ammeter, to measure the power, because it is an inductive circuit. The multiplication of current and voltage is not the active power of the inductive circuit, because power factor comes in into the AC circuit. So here is therefore a single phase wattmeter is used. W1 is the wattmeter. MLCV. The current and voltage range of the current and voltage range of the wattmeter is going to select as per the capacity of the transformer. And this is the secondary of transformer. Secondary of transformer, and it is kept open circuit. So therefore the name become a open circuit test. And here we are using some voltmeter to measure the rated voltage. It is the rated voltage. Now, in case of open circuit test, it is preferred to use the HV winding on the open side, and LV winding is connected with the instruments. What is the reason? The reason is that suppose the voltage, the transformer is 415/11 kV volt or 11,000 volt. This is the voltage rating of transformer. Now suppose in the open circuit condition, we are going to apply the rated voltage. We are going to apply here rated voltage. If the rated voltage is needed in the lab, we have only 415 volt, 440 volt is there. Therefore, 11 kV terminals are kept open. This is one reason. Second is that it is the higher voltage, it is difficult to handle, and it is again danger to handle the 11 kV voltage. So the 11 kV voltage is kept open, and there's no instrument, no use, nobody is going to measure the voltage, and all these things are there. So again, it is a safety point of view, the open circuit, and where there is no instruments, there is no person is going to observe this one. So it is an open circuited. Third is that under no load condition, the power input to the set is hardly 2 to 5%. And when there is a 2 to 5% power is there, a small amount of current will be there, 10% or same, hardly 5 to 10% current is there. It can be handled very easily with the help of ammeter. It may be ranges from 0 to 20 ampere, 0 to 10 ampere, and rated voltage we can apply. So under open circuit test, the instruments are connected on the LT side and high voltage side kept open. But if suppose the transformer is 200 and okay, it is a 115/230 volt. So there is a there may be, we can use HT side as a, we can connect the instrument to the HV side, and we can connect the instrument on the LV side. But for especially distribution transformer, three-phase distribution transformer, open circuit test is carried out on the open circuit carried out on the LV side and HV side kept open. This is the we are using such type of arrangement in the open circuit test. Now in open circuit test, what is the first rated voltage is going to apply? So there is a rated voltage. Rated voltage is applied. So here the voltage will be rated. Say for example, it is 415 volt. So the voltage across primary winding is 415 volt with the help of auto transformer. Say this auto transformer we write as a auto transformer. And auto transformer is range from 0 to 500 volt or 0 to 440 volt is there. So here it is a single phase AC supply. This is phase, this is neutral. Okay, so rated voltage as it is rated voltage, say it is V. Okay. Now under such condition, whatever the power consumed by circuit, it is used to overcome the iron losses because the load is not connected in the secondary side. So whatever the power used or power consumed by the circuit, it is only to overcome the iron losses. Iron losses, which is the summation of eddy current loss and hysteresis loss. So W, no load power, is it, say we write as a W, and it is used to overcome the iron losses. It is only using the iron loss PI. Okay, and it may be written as a P0, P power at no load condition, or W. It's okay. There may be, say, okay, we will use one notation only for our simplicity. Now there is a no load current. No load current. It is hardly 3 to 5% value is that current value as per the rated value. Say for example, the rated value is 100 ampere. The current under no load condition or under no open circuit condition, the current is hardly 4 to 5 ampere. It may be say 7 to 8 ampere is there. As these parameters from the no load condition, we will use a suffix 0 is a stand for, or suffix O, it is stand for the open circuit. So it is a VO or V0, W0 and I0. This indicate that the reading of voltmeter is the no load condition or open circuit condition, open circuit power loss, and no load current is there. Okay, so the power W0, power, no load power, W0 will be, as it is a single phase supply, so it is a V0, I0, cos of phi 0. Sorry. So the power W is equal to no load power is equal to with no load voltage, no load current multiplied by no load power factor or no load power factor angle. Okay. Okay. So here so W0 is equal to V0 I0 cos of theta 0. Now under no load condition, the current drawn is only to overcome the iron losses, okay, and to produce the required magnetic flux in the core. So required magnetic flux in the core. So the say it is the vector diagram under So the no load current I0, this is say no load current I0 is there. This is V1, okay, and this is the flux phi, which is lagging by, and here is the voltage E1 and E2. This is the no load condition. This will be the vector diagram. So this no load current has two components. The component which is in phase with the voltage, say this angle is theta 0. This angle is, this is lagging at a large angle because under no load condition, the angle is large. So it has two components. One component in quadrature with the, say it is a imaginary component is the I mu, which is responsible to produce the magnetizing magnetic flux. So it is a magnetizing current. Magnetizing current, whose responsibility is to produce the required amount of magnetic flux in the core. And second component, which is in phase with the voltage, it is IW. We write as a IW, and IW is the core loss component. Core loss component, which is indicate that it is the active power consumed by the core. So eddy current loss and hysteresis loss is going to reflect with this one. Now from this one, this is the angle theta 0. This angle is theta 0. So here IW is equal to I0 cos of theta 0, whereas I mu is equal to I0 sine of theta 0. Okay. So from this equation W0, we can write as cos of theta 0 is equal to W0 upon V0. W0 is V0 I0. So here cos of theta 0, we can calculate cos of theta 0 is equal to cos inverse of W0 divided by V0 I0. So now once this theta 0 has been calculated with the help of this equation, now we can calculate IW. We can calculate IW value, okay, and similarly I mu. So IW is equal to I0 cos of theta 0, and I mu is equal to I0 sine of theta 0. So this is the magnetizing current. No load current has two components. One is the magnetizing current, second is the core loss component. So from this value, the shunt parameter, we can found the shunt parameter is equal to, shunt parameter, say it is represented as R0 is equal to V0 or applied voltage, rated applied voltage, divided by I mu, sorry, IW, it is in ohms. Similarly, from this current, X0 is equal to V0 divided by I mu. So this is in ohms. So these two parameters of the equivalent circuit. So our equivalent circuit become equivalent circuit. From the open circuit test, we can find the equivalent circuit parameter, that is the shunt parameter. So here is the shunt parameters. This shunt parameter already explained in our equivalent circuit. So this is our no load current I0. Okay, it has two components. one component is IW, it is a working component or active component power loss, and it is I mu. And the parameter is R0 and this is X. So this equivalent parameter is going to found from the no load test or open circuit test on the transformer. Okay. So from open circuit, just it is a at a glance, it is an open circuit test. Circuit test. From open circuit test, 3 parameters we are going to measure on LV side. One is the no load voltage, V0, current I0, power W0. So it is rated. It is a rated one, rated applied voltage. This current is the no load current. Okay. And this is the no load power. And this no load power is equal to the iron loss. So whenever the efficiency and regulation is efficiency at any value, efficiency and power loss is going to calculate. This W0 is nothing but the PI. Okay, W0 is nothing but the PI. So these parameters are going to found from the open circuit test. Now second is the short circuit test. B part, short circuit test. Short circuit test, it means that the secondary winding is short circuit. Okay, so again, single phase supply through auto transformer so that we can obtain variable voltage on the supply side, current to measure the input value, wattmeter to measure the power, and voltmeter to measure the voltage supplied or voltage applied to the transformer. First winding, second winding, and the second winding is short circuit. So we'll represent by the red color. This is short circuited. So this is short circuit secondary. Short circuit. So it is a short circuit test. Name becomes short circuit test. Okay. Now in the short circuit test, we may connect here a meter. We may connect here a meter. We can connect a meter here. Okay. And this is side from the W0. Instead of this one, it is a V. Current is I. Power is W. Okay. Now this will be LV side and this will be HV side. Now here it is has been the connection has been reversed. The direction has been reversed. Now, what is the reason? Under short circuit test, a small amount of voltage is sufficient to circulate full load current in the primary winding as well as full load current in the secondary winding. It is due to that the secondary winding is short circuited. This is the same if you just hold any motor, if you just hold any your ceiling fan and you supply the voltage, rated voltage, if after few minutes, we find that your fan is going to burn out because it draw a more current at the rated voltage. As the secondary is short circuited, there is no load at all. It is a short circuited. Under short circuit condition, small voltage is sufficient to circulate full load current in the primary winding as well as secondary winding. Okay, so this is I secondary short circuit current is there. So if you use a HV side, instruments are connected HV side, even though if it is a 11 kV voltage, hardly 200 volt or 300 volt is sufficient to circulate the current. One thing is that. Second is that as is the LV side, the current is very high, and we may connect or we may not be connect. We may not connect ammeter. Only this ammeter shows that the current in the primary winding is a rated current. Say, try to understand with the help of example. Suppose the secondary voltage is 11000, 11 kV oblique 415 volt. Here the current is 26 ampere, and here the current is 715 ampere. Say for example, this is a 500 transformer. This would be somewhat current and voltage ratings are there. Now if we are connecting the instruments on the LV side, then you have to circulate the full load current. That full load current is 765. This is very high, and it is not possible to measure with the help of ordinary ammeter and voltmeter. Those are wattmeter connected on the side. So we have to use some CTs, and the circuit become a very complicated. And whereas if you connect the HV side, instruments are connected HV side, during the test, the voltage is nearly 200 volt, whereas the current is 26 ampere. That 26 ampere can be measured with the help of ordinary ammeters, isn't it? Therefore, in the short circuit test, HV winding is connected with the instruments and LV windings are connected with the short circuited. Okay. Now, what is the procedure? Apply voltage, apply reduced voltage very slowly, or apply voltage till it circulate full load current. Once the full load current flows into the primary winding, definitely the secondary winding will be the full load. Okay, because as per the turns ratio. So we will give the name as a supply voltage. We have applied V. Okay. Now we will measure the, we will conduct the test till it will circulate the full load current. So current is the full load current, full load short circuit current. So I, okay, and power, as it is a rated voltage. Say here it is a 11 kV voltage is there, whereas we are applying only 200 volt. So the iron losses which is going to take place at 11 kV and iron losses which is going to take place on 200 volt is very small. It is a negligible. The iron, normal iron losses is going to take place only when there is a rated voltage is going to apply to the transformer. But we are not applying the rated voltage. So the iron losses are negligible, and therefore it will show full load short circuit power loss or short circuit power is equal to W. Now, as it is a short circuit test, we will represent as VSC is a short circuit voltage under short circuit condition, current in the short circuit condition, and power in the short circuit condition. So here the current is rated. We will circulate the current, or we will conduct the current, conduct the experiment till it will circulate the full load current. So rated current. The current will be rated, and here it is the full load copper loss. Copper loss, both in primary as well as secondary. So copper loss refer to the HV side. So there are three tables, three say readings are there. Is a one is the VSC, ISC, and WSC. Okay, so here it is a reduced voltage, whereas it is a rated voltage. Sorry, rated current. and here is the full load CU loss. Load CU loss. Okay. Now under such condition, the power WSC is equal to VSC into ISC into cos of phi SC. Similarly, calculate cos of phi SC is equal to WSC upon VSC into ISC. Okay, so here we can calculate phi SC is equal to cos inverse of WSC divided by VSC into ISC. Isn't it? Now, impedance of HV side. Impedance, because the instruments are connected on HV side. So impedance on HV side, Z, say it is, we are considering the voltage is, this is the secondary voltage. So it is a V2 is equal to VSC upon ISC. VSC upon ISC. So here the resistance we are going to find out. Okay. What would be the power? As power can be written as ISC square R2 is equal to WSC, because WSC is the full load short circuit copper loss, or it is a full load copper loss. This copper loss is referred to the secondary winding, because we have considered that this is a just we have reversed the transformer for the connection. So here we can say that R2 is equal to WSC upon ISC, or you can say that it is the on HV side, resistance on the reactance, impedance on HV side, resistance of HV side. So once you know the value of Z2, you know the value of R2, as it is a impedance triangle, this is Z2, it is R2, therefore it is X2. So the value of X2 is equal to under root Z2 square minus R2, or you can write as XHV side is equal to under root ZHV minus RHV side. So we can find the resistance value, resistance and reactance referred to the secondary. Okay. Now, what would be the total equivalent circuit? What would be the total equivalent circuit? So now our equivalent circuit become with the help of open circuit test, these two parameters already we have found. This is the no load current I0. Okay. This is I mu, IW, okay, or IC, core loss component. This is R0, this is X0. It is on the LV side. This part is from the LV side, or it is a primary side. Whereas from open circuit test, this is from OC test. Whereas the resistance and reactance which is found, that will be the impedance, that will be the load, ZL will be there. This is R2 and this is X2. Okay. Okay, we will not show the say load over this one. So it is R2 and this is X2. So it is from HV side. That is from the HV side, and it is from HV from short circuit. So first part of the equivalent circuit on the LV side, or it may be referred as a primary side, and it is the secondary side. But we want the equivalent circuit either refer to the primary side or refer to the secondary side. So now we can draw an equivalent circuit which is referred to the primary side as this is the resistance, this is reactance. So it is R1, it is X1, shunt component as it is. So no load current I0. This current is I1. Now because it is I1 over this one, it is a I2 dash, it is referred to that primary side. It is R0, X0, I mu, it is IW, IC, sorry. And this is the terminal, it is V2 dash because it is referred, whereas R1 is equal to, as it is referred to the LV side, so N1 upon N2 bracket square R2. Similarly, X1 is equal to N1 upon N2 bracket square into X1 into X2. It is a X2. So by this way, with the help of open circuit test and short circuit test, equivalent circuit parameter can be found. Once the equivalent circuit parameter can be found, with the help of open circuit and short circuit, we can calculate percentage regulation, approximate percentage regulation. As earlier, it is found that it is I2 or it may be I1 because it is referred to the primary side. So we write as a I1 R1 plus or minus I1 X1 I1 R1 cos theta 1 plus or minus I1 X1 sin theta 1 divided by, as this is the referred to the primary side, V1 into 100. So positive sign for lagging power factor, whereas negative sign for leading power factor. At unity power factor, sin theta becomes 0. Only I1 R1 divided by V1 into 100. Now this voltage regulation can be found, means this circuit is can be transferred to the secondary side. So under such condition, this is the value of inductance, resistance. It is referred to the secondary side. So it is referred, so X01 dash, X0 dash, R0 dash, it is referred to the second side, it is R0. Now here it is a I2, resistance is R2, reactance is X2, and this is voltage V2, not V2 dash. Okay, so this can be referred, this equivalent circuit can be referred to the primary side, can be referred to the secondary side. Therefore, the percentage regulation become I2 R2 cos theta 2 plus or minus I2 X2 sin theta 2 divided by V2 into 100. So first objective to conduct the open circuit and short circuit test is to determine the equivalent circuit parameters that we have covered. Second objective, to determine the voltage regulation. So voltage regulation can be calculated very easily. Either it is referred to the high voltage side or referred to the low voltage side, or it may be called as a primary side or secondary side. Now the third points, to calculate the efficiency and regulation, efficiency and losses in the transformer from the open circuit test and short circuit test. Again, there are two tests. One is the open circuit test, OC test. OC test and short circuit test. So from the open circuit test, it is V0, that is rated. I0, it is a very small, 5 to 10%. W0 is the iron loss. Whereas it is VSC, it is a reduced voltage. ISC is the rated current, maybe primary or secondary. And WSC is nothing but the full load CU loss. So therefore, efficiency is equal to output of transformer, whatever the output of the transformer, it is a kVA, x kVA into power factor into 10 raised to 3 divided by x into kVA into power factor into 10 raised to 3, it is the output, plus W0, because it is the iron loss, plus x square WSC into 100. Okay, so for this one, WSC is nothing but the PCU. Okay, this is nothing but the PCU, last example, and this is nothing but the PI. So by open circuit test and short circuit test, we can calculate, we can determine equivalent circuit parameters, voltage regulation, and efficiency at any desired. Say, for example, from the test, some data has been found. Say this is the kVA, rated kVA of transformer. It is a PI, iron loss, found from the OC test. This is from the OC test. And from the short circuit test, WSC, or it is a PCU, going to find out. Say 100%. So PI will remain as it is. Say it is a PI is remain as it is, whereas x square into PCU is there. For x is equal to 1, it's a here x is equal to 1. Say it is a 50%. So PI will remain same, whereas it is a 0.5 square into PCU or WSC. Say 25%. So PI will remain same. Iron losses is the constant irrespective of load. So 0.25 bracket square into PCU, or you can write as a WSC. Okay, you can write as a WSC over there from the short circuit test. Similarly, if it is a 10% overload, so 110%, that is a 10% overload, iron loss will remain same, whereas this is 1.1, it is a 10% square PCU, that is WSC. So at any desired load condition, either 50%, 70%, 80% overload condition, iron losses will remain same, which is going to found from the open circuit test. The second test is the short circuit test, is the full load copper losses. That full load copper losses is going to vary with respect to the load condition. Hence, only from no load data and short circuit data where the power consumption is very small, we can calculate efficiency, voltage regulation at any desired percentage as well as for the higher capacity. So in the next example, we will see in the next lecture, we will see some numerical based on open circuit test and short circuit test to determine equivalent circuit parameter, efficiency, and voltage regulation.